Welcome everyone to another food review. Today we've got a bit different. We've not got one item, we got two items of the same brand. So here I've got Reese's Big Cup with Reese's Puffs that I recently got from my work at Tesco's. They were new in, so I was like, oh, got to try these out because I do like a Reese's chocolate. And then we got Reese's Caramel Big Cup. So two Reese's products, both big cups. King size, very similar in terms of weightage. In fact, the caramel one comes in at 11 grams more, 79 grams versus 68 grams for the with Reese's Puffs. But I think I'll review the caramel one second. I did give Lady Mers one as she wanted something to eat, and I was like, okay, here you go. Do you want to try this one, or do you want to try the other one? I'm going to try this one first because I'm intrigued. Because Reese's Puffs are a cereal that you can get. Never had it before. I've never had Reese's with something actually in them. I know you can get a lot of different other Reese's products and stuff, but I do like the Reese's cups and stuff. So we will try these. I've got to say, in terms of price, a little bit pricey. Luckily, because I work for Tesco's, get a bit of staff discount on top of the product, but it was £1.75 per packet. So right now, this without like staff discount with the club card, so 175, 88p basically, and or 87.5p. So that is quite expensive for one cup. I'm gonna dissect it because I want to do sort of like a look on the inside. Let's have a look at the inside of this right now. So cut this open. Oh, I got a nice little crunch there, but I can't actually see the cereal. I'm not going to be able to see because as soon as I go too close, you got a shadow because I've got a little shelf right here on my desk. So this is probably as far as I can show you on the camera, but you can't actually see the cereal. You can't see the puffs, even though I've cut into it. I think there is some different shades. They don't look as big as I thought they were going to be. They're probably tiny. They're very tiny things, but I'm getting chocolate all over my hands right now. So I'm going to try a bite and see what I think. Realistically, those puffs are just adding texture more than anything. So you're getting a lot of crunch as you're eating that, but typical Reese's flavour. So you got a bit of that creaminess from the peanut butter that you got inside, the chocolate flavour. But not other than the texture, the Reese's Puffs don't really add anything else on top of it. But very nice. But then you have to ask the question, is it realistically worth, what, the 87.5p for one of those? Or £1.75 for two big cups? Not really. Like, you can buy a medium-sized bar of Cadbury's chocolate. You can get, like, the share bars of Galaxy. When I say medium, the problem is in my head, the medium, you got like loads of different sizes of Cadbury's, but I think you know what I mean, like the 180-gram bars of Cadbury's. Or you could buy a bag of sweets. You could buy a lot more, get more for your money by buying something else. I think if you're really a big fan of Reese's, definitely worth getting it. Rating it out of 10 based on the fact that it is Reese Puffs Big Cup Reese's. I feel like realistically the crunch doesn't really add much. Let's face it, other than texture. So for me, I'm probably going to say a 7 out of 10 because I do like the chocolate. It's great. Actually, if I factor in the price, I'll probably say 6. 6 out of 10. But now is the time for the Reese's Caramel Big Cups. Now, Lady Mers when she was eating it, did say she was conflicted because you got two different flavors going on. You had the caramel and also the peanut butter from the Reeses going on at the same time. So am I going to be in the same mind as Lady Mers? So let's do the cross section. Let's have a look. Okay, that is a good layer of caramel at the bottom. So if I put my finger right in front of it, as you can see, caramel does offer quite a nice little layer at the bottom. So it is its own little layer. So do the same again. Take half a bite and see what I think. Oh, that is very soft caramel. Not getting as much peanut butter flavor. That caramel flavor is really strong. I feel like it's overpowering the flavor of the Reese's. But I feel like at the same time it's complementing it. Getting that rich creaminess of the caramel with a little bit of that peanut butter. And again, the creaminess of that peanut butter. Because it is obviously soft peanut butter. I mean, most peanut butters are soft. But you can get a few products that have supposedly like peanut butter in, and the peanut butter can be a bit more firmer. I won't say solid because it's not solid, but it has a bit more of a firm texture to it. But I think it's because it's got a lot of sugar in it. So it gives it a different kind of texture to normal peanut butter. But that is very nice. I've got to take another bite. I know what I should have done with that bite. Because of the way that I put it into my mouth, the caramel is obviously at the bottom. And it's the first thing with the chocolate that is touching your tongue. So your taste buds are getting that flavour of a caramel. Maybe if you flip it the other way around and had the peanut butter touching the tongue first, maybe the peanut butter flavour will come through a bit more than the caramel. But my God, that is nice. Much prefer that over the Reese's Puffs. Rating that 1 out of 10. I think the caramel definitely adds more to it than the Reese's Puffs does. Ooh, how do I want to rate that out of 10? I like so much like peanut-based like sweets like Snickers, peanut M&Ms, Star Bars. The Snickers Creamy. Oh my God, the Snickers Creamy, absolutely great if you've never had those before. Reese's, ordinary Reese's, the what is the bar version of Reese's? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It's Nutra something called Nutriris or something. But that, I'm gonna say 9 out of 10. That is a very great one. But again, if I factor in the price, because how does it compare to other things that I could potentially buy that are peanut flavored? Yeah, okay, I might, especially because it's an American product and the price is a bit higher. Maybe drop it down to an 8.5. But I'm gonna stick with a 9. I think I'm gonna stick with a 9 for that one. A bit weird. I've got to figure out how I truly rate things, alright? Because I'm new to this. This is only my 3rd video. But that is going to be it for the food review of the Reese's. Let me know in the comment section, actually. If you've had these versions of the Reese's Big Cups, what did you actually think of them? And like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye, guys.